Alright, welcome. Today is a video that shows a bit of the behind the scenes of what it looks like in a day-to-day life of a classical musician, trying to make it as raw as possible. So basically, our life as a classical musician is very solitary, it's very isolated. So the whole day, my plan today, now it's 10:15 in the morning, 10 p.m. 15, and basically I'm gonna spend the next 5 hours in this room here just practicing the cello. I mean, I'm not gonna practice 5 hours straight, of course, that's not the plan. But for the next, until 12 p.m, I think it's, 12 p.m, I'm gonna be in this room practicing now, and then I'm gonna make a break, 30 minutes, maybe a bit less. And the plan is to reach 3 p.m, because that's when Formula 1 starts, and I'm gonna watch it. I brought my laptop to watch F1 race in Spain at 3. So my plan is to be productive until that time, and then enjoy the afternoon. And you know, we don't show this behind the scenes of what a classical musician actually has to do the whole time. We always show the epic shows, we show always like our traveling, maybe even me, you know, I travel quite often, I would say, and on my social media I would share the highlights, right? I would share, look, I'm here in fucking Poland right now, I'm here in Korea, whatever. But I want to show you also what the next month is gonna look like for me. So now we are on the 1st of June, and this next month, until the 28th, I'm gonna stay in this little city here, Mainz, Germany, and practice every fucking day. That's my life. And that's not just my life, that's the life of all these other students here. I mean, I can hear, it's Sunday today, so supposedly you should be resting and do nothing. But the musicians, they come on a Sunday to a music school. Music school is open. I have the keys to the music school because I offered, like, on Sundays there's a rule, the students can, one of the students can take the opening times, so he can go and open the door for other students, and that's today is me. So I have the keys to the school, so I could have come even earlier if I wanted. I could stay the whole night practicing here if I wanted to. Of course, I'm not crazy like other musicians sometimes are, especially pianists. A lot of pianists are here, they study 12-15 hours like crazy. It's insane. I'm not like this, but yeah, so I have the keys for the school today, so I'm free to practice as long as I want. That's crazy, that's amazing. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you now how it's gonna be. The next 2 hours I'm just gonna be here practicing now, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna just show you a little bit of what I practice normally. I currently do a lot of excerpts for orchestra, so these are little moments which are within opera music or in symphonic repertoire, and they are kind of difficult, and that's what people want to hear when you do auditions, for example. And I have a bunch of these audition excerpts here, but today I just want to practice a little bit the sound of the cello, so how it sounds. And for that I found a really nice excerpt, which is the Preludio from Verdi. Verdi is an Italian opera composer. I mean, he also composed not just operas, but mainly he's very famous for opera music. And this is one of the introductions of one of his operas called Masnadieri, and that opera is very Italian. So it has very nice melodies. And I'm going to show you now what makes opera music so difficult. So normally, you know, when you have music, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like that's the beat, right? So I will show you just a little bit how it sounds. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So this theme comes twice, right? And then a second time it comes, but with a little, how you call that, like difference. You see here, there's this little notes here, which makes it ta-ga-ta. So it's like, instead of, it's bit of a difference, and now it keeps on going. That's the first phrase. Then second phrase. 1, 2, 3, and piano. So piano means, when you see this here, I don't know if you can see. Holy shit! Wait, where is it? Ah, here. So where my finger is pointing, this P, little p, means like piano, means soft. How do you say it in English? Like low, not loud. The contrary of fucking loud, right? Intonation, difficult, right? Intonation means I could play something like this. It sounds ugly, right? But you have to be very precise where you put the finger. Yeah, it's difficult. Okay, and we keep on going. Here is crescendo, right? Crescendo means getting louder, which is this symbol here. You see this like a little, this V that is growing here. Fucking hell, it's difficult to show it with one hand. So, this symbol here, that's the crescendo here, blah, blah, blah. So it gets louder. Keep going. So, the thing is with opera music, what makes it so difficult is because, especially in Italian music, like Verdi, Puccini, Rossini, all these like composers that made opera music, they play a lot with the extension of time in the music. So when we see a bar here, you see this bar. So we have here da 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 da. But we have here allargando. So if you're fluent in Latin, you know what allargando means. Allargando means extension. So it means instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that would be the. That's like the German way, you know, like 1, 2, 3. No, but here we have to extend, like play very slow and extend the time. So it would sound something like this. Singer, and then we are in tempo again. Boom, boom. And now piano again, like what we discussed before. And now cadenza, so I can play as long as I want. So that's the thing with opera music, you have to play a lot with the tempo. It goes faster and slower, and then imagine, you're not just playing alone, like this thing has a harmony behind it. I'm just playing the melody, but in the end it's like, it sounds way cooler actually, because you have like the whole orchestra in the background. Maybe I can like put it into the video, what it sounds like if you play the whole thing together. And the difficult thing is like you have to kind of wait, you know, like all the other instruments are like fucking listening to the soloist, like the one who plays this, right? Da, 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 and everyone's like just like, and now we keep on going. That's the difficult thing about opera playing. So I was practicing this now, and I'm gonna keep going with this now, and then I'm gonna show you the other things I'm practicing. So now we're gonna look a little bit at this, which is from Richard Strauss, German composer, The Rosenkavalier. It's an opera as well, an excerpt. It's very difficult, very fast. It even says there, so schnell als möglich, means as fast as possible. And I was practicing specifically this moment here. This moment here. That's very tricky. I'm gonna show you how that sounds. I'll play it a bit slower and then a bit faster to see. Maybe I might make some mistakes. So that part goes like this. I played a bit slower. So it's like that, but the tempo, I will try. I might make some mistakes, but it's a bit faster. I mean, a lot faster. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not very crisp and clear. Some notes are a bit noodled up here with my fingers. But these moments, you practice them very slow. I was practicing them with metronome. So basically it's this thing that does this click. That's 78, and I wrote down here that 88 is actually the real tempo. So if I go higher here until 88, that's them. That's very fast. So I go down on like 71, and then I play. So that's okay, 71 I can do. Now let's try, just for an example, let's try 88 and see if I survive. See, it's too fast, I can't do it. I will try one more time. Oh, yeah, it's still too fast. Like I would go down to like 83. 83, I think. That's like where I still can do it. Fuck it. Anyways, yeah, that's how it works. So D, a bit more distant between fourth and the third finger. Yes. And then third, last line, third finger. Third finger. We don't have to do this exercise now, just practice it for yourself now. I think it's a really good exercise to practice the strength and intonation, because the strength of your left hand and intonation, because you have to play two notes and they have to be really in tune for it to sound good. So that's actually a really good exercise. So just do it like that. Don't play it through. Just do every figure as much as you need until you feel like, okay, now it sounds good.
Okay.
Okay?
4 and 5 lights, it's lights out and away we go. Oscar Piastri is away very well indeed. Russell trying to pick up a slipstream and now moves out from behind Lando Norris. Piastri's got the jumper there, 3 abreast coming at him from behind. Piastri into turn 1, Verstappen with Norris on the inside. Verstappen gets ahead, Hamilton goes round the outside of George Russell. pace already.
Wow, what a brilliant, exceptional start from Oscar Piastri. So he listened to his engineer, he dropped that clutch much faster in the second phase and absolutely stormed away. And what a great start from Max Verstappen too.
And there is Charles Leclerc.
Okay, so that's it for the day of practicing. It's 5:30 now, and basically that's how it goes normally. Of course, I did some breaks in between. I didn't practice through the whole time I watched Formula One. I took a lunch break, so that's how it is normally. And now it's 5:30. Now I'm still maybe gonna go to the gym, and then cook some meal and go to sleep. So it's pretty uneventful most of the days that we actually experience. Most of the days we just don't do anything. It's just like the routine kind of thing, no? But it's in those days that we actually, without being aware, we are kind of building the little stepping stones towards what we want to achieve, right? So the moments where we, win an audition, where we win a competition, or where we, get success in our career, not even just in music, but in anything, is based on these days like today, where you're just practicing and where you don't think there is any progress going on. But there is. In the background, there is progress going on. And then, oftentimes you might ask yourself, well, is it all there is for my life? I ask myself sometimes the question, like, I want to create this epic life, right? Where every day is just an adventure and every day is epic and every day some cool shit happens. And that is possible, but for that we need to accept that those days where we are more, in our routine and where things are slower, you need to accept those days as well, because then our experience of life is gonna be epic overall. Because if we don't fight, if we don't resist those slow, repetitive routine days, if you don't resist them, we allow our inner state to feel great. And then the day like this can be even epic. Because oftentimes we think an epic day consists of bungee jumping, of going out, meeting people, having this epic, concerts every day and shows and people loving you. But that's actually not an epic life. An epic life can be also something more calm and slowly. Like here, I'm in this beautiful terrace here of the music school. No one is here because it's Sunday, right? So I have the whole place for myself. This is epic. This is fucking insane. How cool is that? I have a whole music school for myself where I practice, and I can just, live my life. I'm the king of this place right now. And that's epic. Even though it doesn't seem, because it doesn't need to be epic for other people. That's the problem. We are always so focused on, okay, we need to have an epic life for other people. That's the problem. We want to show an epic life through social media, through Instagram. Look, my life is epic. I'm driving this fucking sports car. I'm on the beach. Look at this. My life is great. But in the end, is it great for you? Because you can be, not feeling great even though you're doing all these cool things. And you can be feeling great by just being here by yourself, isolated the whole day long and practicing and doing nothing. So what matters is it needs to be epic, but not for other people to see it. It needs to be epic for you. You need to create an epic life, and it's very simple. You just have to create it from within. That's what it is. You should not make it dependent on exterior factors. Like an epic life is not if some other people appreciate what you're doing and cheer you up. No, an epic life is created from within. Do you feel epic? That's what it means, okay? And I just realized that because, I'm bored sometimes. I think my life is boring. But if people look at my life from an exterior factor, they would say, no, it's not boring, Elias. Come on, like, you're doing what you love. You're traveling. You're doing all these cool things. But like you see, what matters is what I think of my life and not what other people think. So I would prefer that everyone would see my life as boring and as useless. But if I think it's not, then that's what matters. And that's what you have to see with your life as well. If you're working in a shitty job that you hate, well, of course, you should maybe change it and try to find another solution. But if there's not a case, if it's not possible for you to change because of financial reasons, then try to make it epic. Try to make it from within, like waking up. And instead of being like, fuck, I get to go to this job now and I hate everyone and I didn't fun of fucking do this. wake up with the mindset of, okay, it might be shitty right now, but I'm not gonna allow it to feel shitty. I'm gonna feel great. No matter what is happening outside, I'm gonna be feeling great from the inside. And once you do that, once you start doing that over and over again, what happens is you're slowly but steadily steering your life towards an epic life, because it's what you've been thinking all the time. Because where you put your attention, where your attention goes, it's where your energy flows. You know, this cringe sentence, but it makes sense, you know? Like emotions, right? Energy and motion. If you channel your, you know, your inner state, if you wake up every day and think, okay, my life is epic, no matter what now, then what's gonna happen is you're gonna perceive reality as great. Even if it's from the outside, it doesn't look, but you're gonna perceive it as great. And that's all that matters, is that you think it's great. And then what's gonna happen is slowly but steadily, your life is gonna change, because you are an attractor field. You know, we don't really think that, but don't you realize that oftentimes when you start not giving a fuck about things, when you start just giving up and you're like, okay, fuck it, whatever, I'm happy now. If I cannot change the situation, then so be it. And you accept the situation. All of a sudden, the situation changes. Have you noticed that in your life? Maybe you've been in a shitty situation where you thought you cannot go out of it. And the more you've resisted the situation, the more you wanted to change it, the less easier it changed. And now at some point you just let it go. At some point you just like surrendered, and all of a sudden the whole situation dissolved and you could find a solution. And that's what's gonna happen if you want to live an epic life, if you want to change your career, if you want to fucking have a great life, then you have to let go. That's basically it. Well, you have to let go, accept that you're in this situation right now, and try to create it from within. Try to feel, okay, I'm gonna feel epic today, no matter what is happening in the outside world. I am epic. And that's kind of what I try to live my life now, because, yeah, I mean, I don't want to keep on rambling, but that's basically what I noticed today. Some days are boring, some days are not. Yeah, accept it, nurture that feeling, and transform it into something positive. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. GG.